an off strike. And then, of course, the man having the back problem, Ronnie Talukdar, trying to hit it out on every ball he was facing because he was in pain. He threw his wicket away. So you cost 2 wickets because of that injury. And then, of course, those are the only 2 wickets back that problem. Ronnie Talukdar have lost trying to hit it out on every ball he was facing because he was in pain. He threw his wicket away. So you cost 2 wickets because of that injury. And then, of course, those are the only 2 wickets back problem. Ronnie Talukdar have lost trying to hit it out on every ball he was facing because he was in pain. Ronnie off he threw because he's in pain. You see, he's slow to take off. Unlucky that throw was thrown at the striker's head. And then, look at that, he holds his back. He's thrown his wicket away. So, that one problem has cost Rajshahi 2 wickets here.
Well, since then they've added 30 runs. And it has been a good partnership. Shot pulled away. Could have easily gone away from that fielder to the boundary row, but it went straight to the fielder. I think Bravo has got away with that. Kabir Rahman is very good, especially off the back foot. You've already seen how well he has played the cover drive that he played in the last over from Ravi Bopara. They need to find somebody who can break this partnership or bowl a good over. With not too many runs been given. Shakib Al Hasan has done wonderfully well. Low full toss, straight to the fielder. That's what they need to do. Dots, already 2 dots in this over.
Yeah, they need to get dot balls going because the current and the required run rate almost the same in balance. So a good over somewhere in between. This is a good time probably for that. Need to put the pressure on. Try to take the required run rate somewhere near 9. Make the batsman do something different. At the moment, Umar Akmal has looked good. 21 of 20. He's given them a nice flow. Good start. Short ball. That should be a wide. Well, that's way above his head. That's very surprising. It was very high.
Yeah, that's the shot he should have tried to play. Practicing it. Let's see how far that is. Yeah, it's gone over his head. He's got away with that.
Yeah, he didn't even attempt ducking, standing tall. He's not a very tall man, Umar Akmal, but then this was way above him. We're changing field now. Final leg is being brought in, and Ravi Bopara long off now. Yeah, slower one, slightly fuller. Just asking Umar Akmal to go for that big one. Make Bopara come into action somehow. Singles are not going to hurt Rajshahi Kings because their run rate is good. And both these batsmen do realize that. They don't need to do anything special. Just keep rotating the strike. We'll get the odd good over in between somewhere. I was thinking probably Bopara would be tried again. He has to bring Bopara back. When is the question? No single. So a dot ball to end the over. That's just 2 from it. That's brilliant over. 9 gone. 59 for 2. And it's also the moment for the strategic timeout. Here we go.
Live cricketing action. Bangladesh Premier League 2016. Chittagong Vikings versus Khulna Titans. कल दोपहर 1:25 से live. और रंगपुर राइडर्स वर्सेस ढाका डायनामाइट्स कल शाम 6:25 से live. सिर्फ 6 और 6 HD पर.
जब बल्ले से हो रनों की बौछार, बॉलर्स करे सातिक वर्क.
That's the end of the innings.
और फील्डर्स के नजरों से न बच पाए कोई शिकार.
Very, very good catch. Right catch.
तब एंटरटेनमेंट होगा धमाकेदार. देखिए साउथ अफ्रीकन क्रिकेट का सबसे बड़ा उत्सव T20 चैलेंज क्रिकेट साउथ अफ्रीका लाइव सिर्फ सोनी ESPN और सोनी ESPN HD पर.
The three lions will take on the former world champions at Wembley Stadium. In 24 previous meetings, England have won 12 and the Spaniards 9. Will England maintain their edge under a new coach, or Will Spain's tiki-taka prove too hot to handle? England versus Spain. International friendly. Wednesday, 16th November, 1:30 a.m. Live and exclusive on 6.
Tomorrow, 8:30 a.m. Portland Trailblazers face off against Sacramento Kings. Tomorrow, 8:30 a.m. Catch the live NBA action every morning on 6 and 6 HD. European qualifiers. Group F, England versus Scotland. Tonight, 1:15 a.m. Live and exclusive on 6.
तीन गुना एक्शन, तीन गुना एंटरटेनमेंट, तीन बड़े ब्लॉकबस्टर मुकाबले। देखिए पहली बार UFC की फाइट्स मैडिसन स्क्वायर गार्डन्स न्यूयॉर्क से। UFC 205 रविवार 13 नवंबर सुबह 8:30 बजे से लाइव सिर्फ 6 सोनी ESPN और सोनी लिव पर।
NFL, New England Patriots versus Seattle Seahawks. Monday, November 14th, 7 a.m. Live on Sony ESPN and Sony ESPN HD.
Halfway through Rajshahi Kings innings, and as we mentioned earlier, they are in a good position with 8 wickets in hand. Shouldn't have any problems if they continue playing like this. Shabir and Omar Akmal. And Rajshahi Kings do need a victory. They've lost their first match. Should have won it. Dhaka Dynamites already got a wicket, and they're looking to score more points. This is their last game, Rajshahi Kings, and this is how they perform. 133 for 8, Khulna Titans. They almost got there. 130 in 20 overs. They were all out. Khulna Titans beating them by 3 runs.
A great last over from Mahmudullah, defending 7 runs. And in the end, picking up 3 wickets with just 6 runs. Junaid Athod bowled his heart out, ensuring that they went on to go and defend the low total that they put on when they batted first. We're ahead in terms of wickets and runs at this stage, Rajshahi Kings. Good work, really good work there. Definitely saving a couple of runs. Let's go down to Sheena.
Hi, so I'm with Mr. Nizam, the owner of Dhaka Dynamites. You have the strongest team. What are your thoughts on that?
Well, we started working on the team very early this year. Our team chairman, Mr. Shayan Rahman, had instructed us to make a very good side. We played BPL for the first time last year. We didn't do very well, but this year he had instructed us to make a very formidable side so that we perform better. And we've, like you see on the field right now, we've probably got the strongest side in the BPL with top quality players playing for us.
Top quality players, just coming to that you actually have the strongest squad of foreign players. What do you have to say about that?
Absolutely. A mix of both foreign and local. Saqib Al Hassan is playing for us, including Musaddiq Hussain and Nasir Hussain. So Mahila Kumar, Ravi Bopara, Andre Russell and Dwayne Bravo. Unfortunately, Andre is heading back home for a few days because he's injured. He's going to be back, I think, in the later stages. So, we could just hope for the best. We're playing well.
Hoping for the best, but tell me, how do you rate your chances of winning?
To be honest, I think we see ourselves in the finals. So, but again, having said that, cricket is a game of uncertainties. Anything can happen. We'll play our best. We'll try our best on the field. And let's see what happens.
One last quick question. You are a home team, so you obviously get the best support possible. There's about more than 23,000 viewers here. So how do you feel about that?
Oh yeah, the crowd is just absolutely fantastic. They've been with us last year, even this year. You see everyone around. They all cheering Dhaka. So we want to give something back to them. So good cricket, and winning the cup should be good.
Thank you so much for being with us. Good cricket and winning the cup straight from the horse's mouth. Over to you guys.
All right, here we are. Well, we missed a boundary, but we're not going to miss a wicket here. And that is what Dhaka Dynamites wanted. They wanted this partnership to break, and they managed to do that. I think the bold statement from the owner we're going to play the finals. I'm sure he'll be happy to see that they're getting closer in making a match of this one. That's well bowled again. I mean, the highlight of the day or this tournament up till now has been the slower deliveries. He used the back of the hand, Mehdi Maroof there, and he's well, Dhaka Dynamites desperately needed a breakthrough. It's Umar Akmal who has to walk back. I think somewhat you'd say 27 of 26. He's done a good job. He's left the other batsmen to come to form partnerships. They are looking very good in terms of run rate is concerned. So it's all fine. 27, 65 for 3, 9.5 overs.
Little bit. 2 leg.
Well, Shakib Al Hasan has certainly taken a gamble, bringing on Mehdi Maroof. That's gone to the boundary, but he's done his job by picking up a wicket in that over. Lovely touch on that occasion from Samit Patel to score his first run. It's a 69 for 3.
I feel special now. I feel special now. Feel special now.
Salt Scent. Feel special. Be special.
It's not football, it's war. In the La Liga Santander weekend battle, Madrid becomes a battleground. Atletico Madrid versus Real Madrid, Sunday, November 20th, 1:15 a.m. Live and exclusive on 6 and 6 HD.
Rajshahi Kings need 70 more runs in the remaining 60 legal deliveries. Halfway through, Nasser Hussain being brought into the attack. Nicely poised, Danny Morrison.
Yeah, it is indeed. I think Dhaka would dearly love another wicket, just to put a bit more pressure on.
Well, if you play shots like that, gives the bowler the opportunity. We've seen a lot of balls just slither through, and this gentleman does not give the ball too much of a rip. It depends on the variations of his pace. It's going to be interesting to watch how they manipulate and maneuver Nasser Hussain. Have a look at the wicket.
Now, you've got to be precise, don't you? I mean, it's sort of on, but the timing, not quite there. But in this part of the world, you have to be precise if you want to go up and over. And pace off the ball is always an evidence from a bowling perspective up against batters on these surfaces.
Nasser Hussain normally doesn't have much pace anyway. The man takes more pace off it.
Absolutely, and that's the beauty of it. And I think that's what we love about the BPL here in Bangladesh. The spinners have such a big say, and then the medium pacers have to adapt with slower balls.
Tuck around the corner. They're pretty happy with what's he annoyed about? Nasser Hussain just shouting at his captain, not pleased with something in the field. Seeing his demeanor. Again, deviating down the leg side, again allowing that single to be taken. I suppose they'll be reasonably pleased that big shots are not coming for a while. Lost the wicket. Getting back into the game, the Dhaka Dynamite bowlers. Bring back control. Whipped away into the deep, only for another single to finish off that over. A good one by Pramit, 74 for 3.
Brothers in arms. Smashing out the beat. Great stuff here. Kings supporters. Nothing silly required here from the batting side. And tracking down. Now it's a modest total. At the 138 with the double Ds. And at the moment, you look at the same time, the comparison. Dynamites were 66. They were 4 down though because of that little debacle in the 40s. They lost 3 wickets at 43 to Dhaka. Got a feel here that the home side need to get another wicket just to start to put the screws on a little bit. Otherwise, Sabir Rahman and Samit Patel is one of those dangerous types. A bit unorthodox and can get after you.
There's the comparisons, power play overs, virtually neck to neck. Lost 1 more wicket, Rajshahi, and now we're into the 12, 34. Still got 3 overs left to pick up on those runs they've fallen behind. It's been even Stevens right the way through, and that's been the interesting part. One team seems to take the ascendancy and then they're brought back. Pendulum can keep swinging to and fro. Waited on that one, guided it. The call was there, directed. Might be interesting, but not to be. Jai Drahi is bowling pretty well. 128 wickets, I understand, in first-class matches. Somewhat of an unknown quantity to us.
Mahela here. Wanted it, got the call, did Summit. Didn't hit the stumps, hit Summit Patel instead. No, if you can't get him out, knock him out. Here's old Mahela. Oh, could have been nasty in the back of the hammy or something. Smashing the adductor on the inside thigh. Already seen Ronnie T, the bad back, get himself out.
Oh, that's terrible. Could that be wider on the offside?
You reckon you should get 2 for that, Shammers, do you?
Yeah, I think it should be given 2. That slipped out of his fingers. I'll give him that.
Yeah, the challenge for the fielding side. That due factor in, trying a nice little back of the hand flick there.
Yeah, he's trying the slower one, didn't go for him. A lot of the waiting game going on with bowlers today. Batsmen been happy to just lay back and wait for the ball to come on and then manufacture the shots. They haven't been given the pace to work with as such and use the angle. So basically closing of the face, opening of the face and collecting the runs, compiling them. That's kept very low. That's what he was trying last time around.
I just wonder whether Kumar Sangakkara thought of putting the helmet on and coming to stand up to the stumps. Just to stop both these two. Been there a little while. I know the partnership's only 13 from 13, but a bit of time together. Assess the conditions. Samit Patel and Sabir Rahman.
Waits straight to the fielder, knows the call. And a good call too, because there have been a lot of risk in that. 12 down with 78 for 3.
फॉग परफ्यूम बॉडी स्प्रे पसंद आने के लिए अच्छा दिखने के साथ साथ महकना भी जरूरी है. फॉग.
European qualifiers. Group E. Armenia versus Montenegro. Tonight, 10:30 p.m. Live and exclusive on 6. Barclays ATP World Tour Finals starts Sunday, November 13th, 7:30 p.m. live on Sony ESPN and Sony ESPN HD.
That's what's transpired in this game today. Dhaka Dynamites putting up a modest total 138 for 5. Their 20 overs. Rajshahi Kings going for that target 78 for 3. Sabir Rahman enjoying a break. And the Rajshahi Kings needing another 61 runs in the remaining 48 balls. Just got to keep this partnership going along, as Danny said, 13 of 14. Essentially need to build that partnership with not too many big shots. He's a man who can cloud the ball about, and given the opportunity, he is going to throw it over the fence.
Yeah, well, Shammers, they're going at 6.5s, and the asking rate now is just over 7.5, 7.6, let's call it that. In control, given that they're 3 down, and 2 batsmen set now for the Kings. Yeah, that ball's just going to get a little bit greasier now. There's wide open spaces through extra cover. Well, let's just see. I'm intrigued to see between the breaks here, Shammers, and the strategic timeouts where the ground staff get the scrim around the boundary. But there's, yeah, there you go. Look at that, drying the ball at the base of the trouser. And whether they start to get the odd rag or little hanky towel out there for some of the players.
Oh, that slipped through his fingers. Desperate effort to give it a wipe and ensure that the wet noses had gone, but it still slipped out of his fingers. There's been a problem. The wides have come, a couple of them, on different occasions when the bowlers have lost control because of the dew factor playing a role here in late evening Dhaka. Oh, that stood up to be hit. Should have put it away.
He's impetuous at times, isn't he? Shaveri gets a little excited in the old blood rush. The moment, he's curbing it. Got a wily old head at the other end with Samit Patel. The moment, just a little bit of a Mexican standoff here. Nothing outrageous. The odd wide coming along. And another one. Sangers, what are you doing? Anyone would think you're 38, mate.
Too late. It's gone for 4 wides. Well, 5 in all. With the original wide and 4 runs. Kumar Sangakkara has given him a long way to dive and get to it. Be fair, Danny. Look where it is. Look where it's gone. He tried his best. Got a little bit of a fingertip to it.
He's a slack old dog. But just been enlightened. There's 9 runs through wides so far. Can't afford that when you've only got 138 on the board. And here's another, is it? Yeah. A slick slide. Reminds me of the old days at home, that plastic sheeting out the back garden, the old zoom slide with the hose on.
Almost similar. They're sliding miles. They start their slide about 10 yards before the ball reaches them. Have a look at this. They struck truly. Well, that'll ease some of the pressure. And there you go. Here comes the slide. Oh, it's unfortunate. It got stuck underneath his armpit, and with the momentum of his body, he carried it over. He's not pleased, but good effort. Gives it some flight, trying to tempt the batsman. Okay, go for it again. I'll get you in the deep.
Can't out thinking they're going to need some toweling out there. Para is not amused. Frustration, trying to hold on to the cricket ball.
Driven comfortably past him. Quite a lot of runs coming in that over. And the best over so far, and there's still a delivery to go. What's going to be attained from that? Dhaka Dynamites 138 for 5. Rajshahi cruising at the moment. 48 of 43. Last ball coming up of this over. The 13th. Get out of it. More of a strupple, is it? Straight pull. Strupple gets 1. 13 done, 92 for 3.
I feel special now. I feel special now. Feel special now.
Salt Scent. Feel special. Be special.
European qualifiers. Group F, England versus Scotland. Tonight, 1:15 a.m. Live and exclusive on 6. NFL, New England Patriots versus Seattle Seahawks. Monday, November 14th, 7 a.m. Live on Sony ESPN and Sony ESPN HD.
Dynamite at one stage were 41 for 1, and then they lost 3 wickets in a hurry. And then that partnership between Musaddiq and Maroof and Mehdi and Bopara brought some semblance of respectability to the totals. 138 for 5. Something for the bowlers to try and defend. Rajshahi Kings also lost a couple of quick wickets but recovered. It's a good partnership going between Umar Akmal and Shabir. 47 of 42 now the requirement. Shakib Al Hasan has got to do something out of the ordinary. Difficult gripping the ball, not getting it to turn. But it's that angle he uses so well. But they're waiting for that ball now. They know it's coming more often than not.
Partnership, 28 from 23. They feel the party has started in the stands. For the Kings fans, that is. Biding his time, Samit Patel. Nothing outrageous, but he's up against the skipper, the D's.
Content to just find the little gaps. Even a singular ball at this moment is handy. No problem. You don't want to take undue risks in playing big shots and getting out. You formed a decent partnership, 29 of 24. Just want to ensure you're there till the end.
Delightful from Patel. Just saying he's going to be up against Shakib Al Hasan. Very crafty left arm orthodox. Lovely late dab behind point.
That's the point I was making. It's behind point. Nicely done. Played the waiting game. Just chopped it away. That was a delightful looking shot. A little bit of pace on that ball and he found that gap to perfection. Disappointing for the bowler. Good comeback delivery. Tempted him. A little bit of a floater in there.
That's what he's so good at. Subtle variations, and the challenge here for Shakib was dampish ball.
Appeal is slithering down the leg side. I suspect umpire Masood Rahman just indicating with his eyes, going down like, mate, I'm not going to respond to your appeal. Not a vociferous appeal as such. Again, chops it away. Again, plays it into the deep, but there is protection this time in the form of Nasser Hussain. They're content with that single. A good over with the bat. 14 done, 99 for 3.
फॉग परफ्यूम बॉडी स्प्रे पसंद आने के लिए अच्छा दिखने के साथ साथ महकना भी जरूरी है। फॉग
T20 क्रिकेट के दिग्गज खिलाड़ी, 7 टीमें और स्टेज सिर्फ एक। बांग्लादेश प्रीमियर लीग लाइव एंड एक्सक्लूसिव सिर्फ 6 और 6 HD पर।
Oh, steam it up here at the Shabangla National Cricket Stadium. Heavy, thick dew starting to close in even more. They're loving the entertainment that is the Bangladesh Premier League Edition 4. Time for the disco dancer. Here he is, Dwayne Bravo. What can he produce here for the Dynamites? Desperately love to pick up a wicket or two.
Slow ball. Well, these guys, despite the weight, seemed to be a bit of a surprise for Samit. Expecting a quicker delivery. Had to check whatever intentions he had.
One of those right, you just dip on you and drop right onto that Yorker length. He's been so classy at it in recent years in the IPL or the Caribbean Premier League, knocking people over regularly with that slow dipping Yorker.
Oh, that's got underneath that one, but there should be someone coming around. Picking it up, throwing, but not before the batsman go through for a couple of easy runs. Yeah, not the easiest ball to bowl that under the circumstances with the ball being very slippery. Did manage to bowl a couple of those very well. One in the previous over and one this one.
Absolutely. So how challenging that was for Ravi Bopara. He can get it right. Desperately here. And like 2 wickets and an over here to the D's.
Not like that. Not like that. It's short. It's down the leg side. And it's very, very simple for the batsman to swivel around and put it away.
Yeah. Suddenly that 100 has raced up. Got into 3 figures when they were ticking along in the 80s and the early 90s. Now, Samit Patel has moved on to 20. And with Shabir on 22, progress and the partnership into the 40s.
Exactly 40 or 31 balls. Just got things settled down nicely. Run rate being reduced. Again, that attempt at the slow Yorker, but he didn't get the Yorker length. It went up almost a full toss. Oh dear, what happened there?
Kicked off and hit Bravo in the chest there. So kicks off, yeah, right off the corner of the square. Spitting cobra in this part of the world, Shammers.
Just at the edge of the crease next to the one there, between the grass and the start of the crease. But he had his hands in front, reverse cupping, just by 2 inches. Missed it. Good thing it wasn't a catch. Wide-ish ball, trying to get to it. Ball slithers under. A little bit of an under edge though. Well, both the 50s have come in almost an even number of balls, 42 and 44. Going at a steady pace. No need to hurry. Isn't a huge target. 139. Keep it cool. Lost a couple of early wickets. Hey, continues to bowl a similar kind of delivery. It's paid off, except for the one which was different and down the leg side. 15 done, 107 for 3.
Yeah, 32 of the remaining 5 overs. That's 30 deliveries, 107 for 3. So Rajshahi Kings, I personally feel, have not been in trouble at any stage in this chase. They've looked good. They've just really charted out the plan, how they want to go about with this chase, and they've looked good. They've got a reasonably decent batting lineup, and everyone's doing their bit. And Dhaka Dynamites in front of home crowd are feeling the pressure at the moment. Sabir's still out there. It's 23 of 29. Nice work. Nice work. Third man up in the circle. You're not express fast, just opening the face. Now this is real T20 batting. You're not going hard at the ball. You're just playing with the pace and the line.
That is a beautiful shot. Deft touch from Shabir Rahman. Such a good player in all format of the game. Started his career for Bangladesh team and he played in a T20 international, and slowly and surely climbing into the one-day team and then the test team. Good start for Rajshahi Kings in this over. Boundary of the very first ball.
It's the 7th match, still unable to really point out what's a safe score here. I mean, especially the night games, when you speak of them, I mean, are you really dependent on the toss? You'd like to chase don't exactly know how you want to go about it, because 130s, 160s, 140s, nothing looks safe.
Yeah, I firmly believe that you got to score in the range of 160 or just perhaps 170, which will give them enough to come back and defend it. Only once 160 was posted. That was Chittagong Vikings when they came on to bat in the very first match, batting first. And it does get easier in the evening. Make no mistake. The ball is coming nicely onto the bat. Right from the word go, 138 was not looking a threatening score. And he's a very good player under any circumstances. We talk about, there you go, talk about Shabir Rahman, but take nothing away from Samit Patel. Beautifully done. Bowled beautifully when he came to pick up those 2 wickets in 1 over. Was economical, has with that boundary picks up the 50 partnership, and he's very useful with the bat.
Yeah, it just brings a question that do Dynamites have that kind of bowling attack which can complement the heavy batting lineup that they have? Got Ravi Bopara, he's been strained down the leg side. You got Shakib Al Hasan, who's bowled well. But then apart from that, you don't see anyone who's been able to penetrate, having that venom to take that wicket.
I think they're missing the services of the injured Andrew Russell. Man who can bat, who can bowl, he's electrifying in the field. Very good looking shot. He'll still pick up a single. But they'll be disappointed, Dhaka Dynamites, with the kind of a batting lineup that we mentioned, scoring 138 in the end. You would have expected a lot more with the likes of Kumar Sangakkara, Mahela Jayawardene, Shakib Al Hasan. That's so many. All credit to your Rajshahi King. Outstanding so far.
Dot ball to end the over. 16 gone. 117 for 3. I think this will be the ideal moment to take a timeout. So it's strategic timeout.
Live cricketing action. Bangladesh Premier League 2016. Chittagong Vikings versus Khulna Titans. कल दोपहर 1:25 से live. और रंगपुर Riders versus Dhaka Dynamites कल शाम 6:25 से live. सिर्फ 6 और 6 HD पर.
The Prince of Kolkata is used to lording it over the English. Now watch him join cricket's most trusted voice, ESPN Cricinfo, for the India versus England Test Series. Straight talk and sharp analysis from one of India's most dynamic captains during England's tour of India. ESPN Cricinfo Match Day. Every match day at 10 p.m. on Sony ESPN and Sony ESPN HD. FIFA U20 Women's World Cup Papua New Guinea 2016. Group A, Papua New Guinea versus Brazil. Sunday, November 13th, 2:30 p.m. live on Sony ESPN and Sony ESPN HD. Spain, home of the biggest football stars. And now you can be part of this extravaganza. 6 will take you direct to the stands. Watch live La Liga games and answer simple questions. Send your answers to our Facebook and Twitter page using hashtag La Liga Experience Trip to Spain. And you could fly to Spain for a complete VIP experience. Also, get a chance to win original La Liga merchandise every week. Keep answering and keep winning on 6 and 6 HD. ESPN Films presents What if I told you these are not mere words, but some great lives lived? Watch incredible sports stories by award-winning directors. Starts Sunday, November 27th at 12 noon. Only on Sony ESPN and Sony ESPN HD. Barclays ATP World Tour Finals. Starts Sunday, November 13th, 7:30 p.m. live on Sony ESPN and Sony ESPN HD. NFL. New England Patriots versus Seattle Seahawks. Monday, November 14th, 7 a.m. Live on Sony ESPN and Sony ESPN HD.
For the damage of the home team, Sabir and Patel. What a partnership. The senior member, Sangakkara, just having a word with the team members. It's not all lost. Bravo, Jayawardene. Together, you're talking about a lot of cricket there in that conversation. Sammy, yeah, he is a happy man. He seems to have just learned the art of winning T20 matches.
Cool as ice. Has been outstanding as a captain. Media son Miraj also enjoying his time in the middle. Yeah, they look a comfortable lot. Much better position at the moment. Should have won the first match also. Need to go and pick up those 22 runs. And they're expected to do that with the 7 wickets in hand. Nasir Hussain back into the attack. There's no real pressure. What does the captain do? Does he bring in one of the fielders inside the circle? Perhaps get mid-off inside the circle and just force the batsman to do some kind of mistake, because Dhaka needs wickets. That's what they need if they're thinking of defending that total. Getting difficult.
Oh, he wanted to play it over and above. Instead, just making a mess of it. They still got a single. Good call from the non-striker. Yeah, you're right about that. I mean, in terms of number of deliveries and runs required, I mean, there's no problem for Rajshahi Kings. So the only way to win this match, you're talking about 2 or 3 wickets right away. Otherwise, they're just cruising. Making room. That's a good shot inside out. Over cover. That's boundary. That further takes it away from Dhaka Dynamites. A lot of time for the batsman to rock back and play that. That's smart batting. That's good batting from Patel. He's looked good throughout.
He's looking a better player. Shot selections have been very spot on. Moving away, making room, and then heading over the top of the infield. Shot on that occasion, the ample time to go onto the back foot. And then comes down the track. And it's cleared. Oh, wow. It's a huge 6 from Samit Patel. Excellent shot from Samit Patel.
Yeah, these 2 shots. We lost the plot as the bowling side captain now. It's no more a run a ball. So in terms of placing field, when you get these big shots going and 6s, doesn't matter where you place your fielders. And again, this time not getting all of it. He gets 1. I think that's what he will settle with. Already got 13 up till now in 5 deliveries. 130 for 3. Just 9 required now. Single digits. That's the boundary. Making room. Over cover. Clean hit. And then this one. Cleaner. Gave it everything. 13 of the over. So 130 for 3 after 17. Support of the Rajshahi Kings. They've had a good day, good outing, beating a very strong Dhaka Dynamites. They look to be in that position. Of course, 9 required of 18. Shouldn't be a problem. Sabir, Patel and Rahman both looking good. 38 of 22 for Patel. Ravi Bopara just wants to make sure that the sweeper cover is in the position where he wants him to be. Back at the bowler, misfield, single available.
He's just been timing beautifully. Samit Patel, outstanding with the ball. Equally impressive with the bat. And they've got some good players here. Rajshahi Kings. We talk about how strong Dhaka Dynamite is. They take nothing away from Rajshahi. They're making it look very easy. They need only 8 in 16 deliveries. 7 wickets in hand. And they'll be disappointed. Dhaka Dynamite. Ravi Boparo has been very expensive. 26 in the 2 overs that he bowled before.
Yeah, they don't have to hurry. They don't have to worry. It's just singles would do the job. 7 required now. Let's look at what's happening tomorrow. Chittagong Vikings and Khulna Titans. That's the first game at 2 o'clock in the afternoon. Followed by the second match under lights. Rangpur Riders looking very good, topping the table at the moment, but against Dhaka Dynamite. They need a win. That's a nice shot. He picked that slow one so well, Samit Patel. 1 bounce. 4 more. Closer and closes to victory. 136 now.
Yeah, the shot selection has been spot on. The moment he sees that it's in his zone, he tries to hit it over the top. Fielder inside the circle, no problem. Says thank you very much. Moves on to 43 of just 24 deliveries. Strike rate of almost 180.
Whips that away for a single. In total control of this match. They've completely neutralized Dhaka Dynamites today. And as you said, they should have won the first game as well. But then it keeps the tournament open. 1 victory, and if Dhaka Dynamite lose, so that's 2 points for them. So is for Rajshahi Kings. Exactly, 2 runs. Thick edge, that should do the job. 8. There's a single. The scores are level. He's been sent back. It's very interested, Shabir, for the second. But the scores are level now after 18 overs. But the scores are level, and Shabir gets the opportunity to play the winning shot. Does he? Yeah. So that should be a wake-up call for the strong Dhaka Dynamites in the early stage of the tournament. They would take this defeat. I'm sure they'll absorb it overnight. They've got a game again tomorrow. But what a performance from Patel and Shabir. Brilliant. Down the wicket. That's edge. That's a wicket. Wasn't really required, but then, yeah, he wanted to go for the big one to finish the game off with. Shabir loses his wicket, but he's done his job. His partner comes running to him. And that's, well, unnecessary, but then again, why wouldn't you want to do one for the photographers? Hit a big 6 and finish the match. Thick edge.
Good catch from Kumar Sangakkara. Mohammad Shoaib picks up a wicket a bit too late. Good partnership was he involved with. 73 gets 31. It's 138 for 4.
The captain, Darren Sammy. Now we're just having a discussion with Athar. What do you think? Will he go for the big hit? Or will he just let common sense prevail? Try to get a single.
It's going to be difficult to take a single because almost everyone is inside the circle.
Nobody has to do anything here. The bowler will help you. A wide, that's a big smile on his face.